We are starting 2024 with a good old-fashioned pizza review. This is Red Baron Deep Dish Singles 4-cheese pizza. This is a frozen pizza that I picked up at Walmart and I baked this in the oven. I am so excited to try this pizza. For those of you that don't know, I already tried the Red Baron Deep Dish Singles pepperoni version. I thought it tasted great. I am so excited to try this one. This is their 4-cheese version, not 1 cheese, not 2 cheese, not 3 cheese, but 4 cheeses. Does that mean it's 4 times the flavor? I hope so. So I have very high hopes for this pizza, although I'm not too thrilled about the price. We'll talk about that in a bit. But in this video, let's sit back. Let's relax. Let's try this frozen pizza. I'll let you know if it tastes any good. And at the end of the video, we're going to head over to the Grocery Store Dude self-checkout segment where I will give my conclusion and final thoughts on this product. All right, thanks so much for joining me. As always, I am the Grocery Store Dude, and this channel is all about trying interesting grocery store foods, including this Red Baron frozen pizza. So here's the pizza over here. Now, this is a mini pizza. I don't know if you can tell, but it's small. Look, it's like about the size of my hand. Now, price for this was $5.97 Canadian. That's really expensive. Although you do get 2 of these, that's still $3 Canadian for this really tiny pizza. So not too happy about the price, but let's take a closer look at this pizza. So again, this is a frozen pizza. Very simple. It's 4 cheeses. It has mozzarella, cheddar, provolone, and Parmesan cheese. It's also a deep dish pizza supposedly, but as you can see here, it's about the size of a regular pizza. So even though this is a deep dish pizza, it's not the traditional deep dish pizza that you would get at a restaurant. You definitely do not need a knife and fork for this one. You can see here, it's really about the same thickness as a regular size pizza. But as I always say, it's not how it looks. It's all about how it tastes. Oh, and before I forget, here is some additional information from the back of the box. Feel free to go back and press pause if you want to read it more carefully. Okay, here we go. I have high hopes for this Red Baron 4-cheese deep dish singles pizza. I loved the pepperoni one. Here we go. First bite. Well, that has a lot of flavor, that's for sure, especially that crust. That crust is savory, it's salty, it has a lot of flavor. It actually reminds me of the chicken pot pie crust, actually. It's very pastry, it's very salty, has a great texture. Yeah, lots of flavor, definitely not bland. Let's take another bite. Yeah, this pizza has lots of flavor. Look, can I taste each individual cheese? No, but as I always say, I'm not a food expert. I'm not some gourmet chef. I'm literally just some guy. So I can't really distinguish what type of cheese I'm trying. If you told me this was a 2-cheese pizza, I'd be like, okay, but it's a 4-cheese pizza. You know, can I taste the mozzarella, the Parmesan, etc.? I don't know, but I can just tell you it has a very strong cheesy taste. Taste-wise, it's fine. I will say it's a little bit on the dry side. I wish there was more sauce. This would really benefit from having a dipping sauce, maybe some pizza sauce to dip it in. Especially for being a deep dish pizza, it doesn't feel like it's a deep dish pizza. I would say a lot of it is actually crust. So yeah, it's definitely not a deep dish pizza, and it's a little on the dry side. I would have liked it to have more sauce and be saucy and cheesy, but taste-wise, it's really good. Let's take another bite. Yeah, the star of the show is definitely that crust. This crust here, flaky, pastry, salty, very well seasoned, lots of flavor. I do gotta say, what this lacks in terms of sauce, it makes up for in flavor. So while it's a drier pizza, it's definitely not bland. Loaded with flavor, very salty. I can taste the sodium, as I always say. but that crust is really where it shines, which for a deep dish pizza, you would think it would be the cheese and the sauce and the filling, but it's actually the crust that's the best part of this. All right, I think I know what I'm going to say about this pizza, so let's just take one more bite and then we'll head over to the grocery store dude self-checkout segment. Okay, let's head over to the grocery store dude self-checkout segment. Today, we tried the Red Baron Deep Dish Singles 4-cheese frozen pizza. Price for this was $5.97 Canadian, and you get 2 of these tiny pizzas. Taste-wise, very flavorful. I really liked the salty, flavorful, pastry-like crust. The cheese was very flavorful as well. It was a little bit on the dry side. I wish it was more saucy, especially for a deep dish pizza, but taste-wise, it's loaded with flavor. But overall, for that price, $5.97 Canadian, even though you get 2 of these, that's basically $3 for this tiny pizza. So even though it's fine taste-wise and tastes pretty good, I just don't see myself getting this again. So you can either get a box of these 2 small pizzas, or for a little bit more money, you can get 2 full-size frozen pizzas. And I think most people, including myself, would probably go for the full-size pizzas over this. But taste-wise, it tastes fine. So actually, if you're looking for a smaller pizza, like you actually don't want a big pizza and you don't mind the price, taste-wise, this is actually really flavorful. All right, that formally ends this review. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to take 1 second and hit that like button. And you know what? I've tried both of the small Red Baron pizzas. It's time for me to try a full-size Red Baron pizza. I've never tried their full-size pizza yet. So if you want to see me review that, as well as other interesting grocery store foods like frozen pizzas, microwave TV dinners, feel free to subscribe. You don't have to, but if you do subscribe, I'll see you in the next video, because as always, I am the grocery store dude. And until next time, enjoy these foods. In moderation, of course.